right, man, let's talk. So, apparently the Lakers are rumored to be tampering with Jalen Duren. I mean, them trying to get Jalen Duren goes back a couple of seasons ago. Even past last season, they've been linked to Jalen Duren. And apparently, a couple of media outlets, I seen What Sports said, the one that popped in my mind, that or rebuttal that somebody in Detroit already told Luka to leave Jalen Duren alone. So, it's so funny. A lot of Piston fans are so upset with Jalen Duren still after that playoff run, and most people feel like if he would have just did what he did in the regular season, the Pistons would have probably been in the NBA Finals. But everything happened for a reason. Check out Detroit Piston Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And so they just, like, oh, man, they mad at him. I remember they were mad at Malik Beasley. I was at Walmart, people was talking shit about Malik Beasley after that playoff series. Now you fast forward a year. If we would have had Beasley, and people forgot how bad Beasley played in that playoff series versus the Knicks. Fans are fickle. One thing about social media, you notice that something bad can happen on social media and you'll be the butt of jokes for a minute, but they forget. They move on and forget real quick. They cancel you or they make fun of you, and then they'll forget real fast. But honestly, when you looking at it, and then when you don't have Jalen Duren no more, y'all gonna miss him. Y'all as a 22, 23-year-old kid is a finished product. No, I mean, he get over his playoff woes. It was bad. It was real bad. But there was some hope there. You know what I'm saying? He had some games in which he played solid, so I don't think, like I said before, I was mad in the moment of how bad he played, but I just think at this point, you can't afford to get rid of him, man. Who you gonna replace him with? Like I said, you shooting at the Knicks, they probably gonna keep Cat. I heard he'd take a discount to stay in New York. I think I read that on Club Shay Shay, the title of that. You really gunning at Victor Wembanyama. So you need a big athletic big, and not many people have the traits that Jalen Duren has. Not many people have those traits to be able to jump and handle the ball and all that type of stuff. He's a really good defender. Just in the playoffs, he was bad. The first year he stayed in foul trouble, so you couldn't really gauge it. The second year was pretty much, he just didn't play well. He just, got outplayed by Wendell Carter. That was a big no-no. And that turned off a lot of people getting outplayed by Wendell Carter. That's one person that you shouldn't get outplayed by, I'd agree. But in the next series, he had a good game 7 versus Orlando and a good game 6 or game 1 or 2 versus them. And I just think, I think he can be better defensively. I think he's a good defender. He can be better defensively, and I think offensively, there's a lot of room to grow. They believe that. He just made a major jump, from, I think, year 3 to year 4, was it for him, whatever year it was before last year. He made a huge jump. He got better. So if he get better this year, he should get better this year. The work ethic, K gonna stop me. But hey, if you do let him go to the Lakers, cool. I hope you got a contingency plan before you get rid of Isaiah Stewart. That's what you better hope, or you got to get them. That was the video I made about a week or 2 ago. Was like, who do you replace him with? That's the $1 million question. Who do you replace him with? Everybody talking about let's get rid of him. Who do you replace him with? Everybody's so quick to get rid of somebody. Okay, who do you go get to replace that? Who can go get anybody, and then next year you go get anybody, and they worse than him. And then he flourishes in LA or he flourishes somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the crazy thing. Like, y'all just, like, this generation just think if you ain't great right away, you ain't gonna be great. And like, everybody just got microwave. Everybody just believe in microwave success in this generation. Like, you just came up and and even if you got people that just got lucky and they don't sustain it. It's not sustainable. That's the funny thing about it. Even if you turn around and you get people that end up being very, very successful, You know what I'm saying? They end up being successful and they get lucky. They fall off and they can't get it back. You know what I mean? So that's why I just don't really understand people, people talking about the success or lack of success that a young 22, 23, like a lot of people think that's old. Like, nah, man, a man don't really hit his prime until he's 35. Look at the earning potential, especially if you keep yourself in shape. Man, shit, a lot of these dudes will tell you the 40s is the best time they had. And if you really in shape, the 50s, you're going to have a ball. Don't think, 1920, I was at a graduation party the other day, and I told the young lady that graduated, I said, shit, this shit just beginning. Believe it or not, you think you ain't making nowhere. You made it to the beginning of life. It's going to be so many ups and downs and mistakes you make, and, to my young brothers out here, you don't really have room for error. Don't make that mistake. Because, or being at the wrong place at the wrong time, you know what I mean? You make that one mistake and it's over with. You getting life. You giving you the death penalty, you know what I mean? Depending where you at. So you don't really have, the benefit of the doubt or much room for error. But you have a lot of near misses, you know what I'm saying? So the next thing is, you just make sure you invest your money in your 20s, you know what I'm saying? You're going to be poor. You're going to be broke. Have your fun, but put the work in. Don't look back and be like, damn, I should have did it in my 20s. Nah, do it now. Trust me, do it now. You ain't missing nothing at the club. You ain't missing nothing. For real talk, you ain't missing shit. You ain't missing nothing. You are not missing nothing. So for people to think at 22, 23, it's the end of the road, for that young brother is wild. It's super duper wild. He at the beginning of his shit. Trust and believe me, he at the very beginning. He is at the beginning. But yeah, man, I mean, shit, they tampering. If they feel like the tampering is that bad, then, I'll file a claim with the NBA to make them lose their fucking draft pick or something. Or lose some compensation. But he restricted, so whatever the situation may be, the Pistons can match it. And they worry about Jalen Duren. Shouldn't they be worried about Austin Reeves? Because I say this, and I said this plenty of times on my main channel. Yo, get rid of Austin Reeves as you want to. You ain't going to find too many players that can play with Luka Doncic. You ain't going to find too many people who can play with Luka. I'll tell you that right now. You ain't going to find too many people that can play with Luka. I promise you that. So many people that can really get, really mesh with Luka. Lose Austin Reeves as you want to, But hey, thumbs up the video, share, subscribe to the channel. Check out the Detroit Pistons Talk playlist. Find me on X, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate the little support. Peace.